Welcome to J is for Justice podcast. If live breaking news and following true crime is your thing, then please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like what you see in my videos, please consider giving them a thumbs up.
Roberta.
Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome to J is for Justice. My name is Jay and I'm your host. I have a little no camera today. No problem with it. It's not broken or anything. I'm going to be honest, I'm cleaning and I'm not camera ready today. But I did not want to reschedule because I wanted to talk about this case and I wanted to see all you guys. It's my birthday week. Whoop, whoop. And I am coming at you live from Pinellas County where we just got a warning text saying that we could be affected by this tropical storm coming. Whoa, yay. Tamper. But it looks like it's going to be hitting you, Mike Sanner. And speaking of Mike Sanner, we have Mike Sanner and GB. Shell, if Shell is still here. Shell is still here. She's working, she says, but is listening. They are your mods today, y'all. Okay, so the story we're going to talk about is triggering. And I have covered cases like this, and one of them was Taylor Parker. This is like a mirror of Taylor Parker. Hello, Carrie. Hello, Leo girl. Melissa B. Melissa B, did you get your mug? Hi, Mel Mac. Hello, Onesies. Onesies, thank you for your PayPal donation. Hello, Lori Staggs, my girl. Hey, just so you guys know, Janice Burns is in the house. Janice, let me re-wrench you. Because I took away everyone's wrench, and then to make sure everybody was legit, I re-wrenched them. So let me re-wrench your ass. Good to see you, Janice. I hope that you're feeling better. Add moderator. There we go. Hi, Cherish. Hello, Kate. Hello, Haley V and Rex. So speaking of, thank you. Thank you, Vesca. Thank you, Vicky Lynn. I love that name, Vicky Lynn. Oh, Lord Spitfire. Hi, Megan L. Yay, Melissa. She got her mug. Melissa won a mug. Melissa B and Angie B. I've missed you too, Janice. So I put a little poll up to see where you guys stand on this case because this is all new to me. But before we start, I want to say I put a birthday week stream goal up. And as I've said in the past, YouTube is demonetizing every video. Every video gets demonetized. It sucks. So being that, at least half of my income comes from ad revenue, I'm screwed. Red Stags in the house. If you guys would like to become a moderator for my channel, what you have to do is you have to email the team. And tell me who you are, why you want to be a mod, how long you've been watching, things like that. Just tell me a little bit about yourself. And then the next time we do like a mod roundup, we will interview you guys and we'll get you in there. But, I have to be very careful, and I'm not trying to sound like all weird and shit. But, you have to be very careful who you give access to your channel, because people will take advantage of that wrench and start blocking things, blocking people, deleting comments. So you have to be very careful. And I've learned that. Over the last 4 years. I think it's been 4 years. And this is my channel birthday month as well. So this is a big month for me. Rexy says, why do they demonetize you? Because of the content. So if anything like this one, baby found dead, immediately demonetized. Immediately. It's I mean, I know I don't even stand a chance. So it's like, that's why I try to, push memberships, because that's another way to make revenue. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. But you do, yeah, Melmac, you really do. So they have to be screened and vetted, and it sounds ridiculous and silly. But, a lot of the moderators that I have are, they've been with me for a long time. So we have the birthday week stream goal, and there is, other people are showing what? I'm not demonetized. Like, my channel's not demonetized. That's not what I mean by that. I mean, it gets triggered. So, like, all right, for the sake of transparency, I'll show you what I'm talking about. And I never do this, so I'm going to shut off my screen because I don't really want to share all my deets, obviously. But I want to show you guys what on the creator's end happens in the YouTube studio. Okay, so it does the same thing for live streams as it does for videos. So here we go. Check this out. This is what happens. All right, so you see the video, right? I put this video out of the 911 call from the Uvalde student. It says public, and then it says limited, and there's a yellow $sign. So when it's yellow, you only make ad revenue off of YouTube Premium members. So that is limited. So when it's full monetization, you'll see like these two got monetized. The Meteorite, but see, I don't get paid for shorts. So the Meteorite one doesn't count. But this Aaron Carter one is on and it's green. But if you look at all the yellows, and a lot of these are shorts, so I don't even have the monetization on because I don't get paid for them anyway. I mean, I straight up, like if it's red, you don't get paid at all. So if they deem that your video, it should be age restricted, like it is here, 18 and up only, ineligible. See that under monetization? Ineligible. So you don't make a dime. And let's see. So then we go to lives. Okay. The live tab. And these are all, those are not. Okay. So here's my latest lives. See that? Limited. Aaron Carter. Delphi judge steps down. Limited. There's one that's on Gabby Petito press conference, and then Debbie Collier, limited. Paul Pelosi on. Delphi on. A lot of those stayed on, which I'm shocked. go to the next page. OnlyFans model, limited. On limited. I mean, it's crazy. Limited. I mean, it's like so much work. And then look at this, ineligible for the fentanyl bust in Florida. Ineligible, make $0. Limited. But I mean, and even so, they let you ask for a review once they limit them, and then they decide from that point, like, oh no, we think it still, goes past our guidelines, so we're not going to let you monetize it. So we're at YouTube's mercy, and I appreciate Lori Staggs, Red Staggs, thank you. Red Staggs coming in hot with a $10 super sticker.
Roberta.
And a great way to support creators, especially in the true crime genre, is I know it seems like people are like, Rexy, do you get super stickers and chats? Yes.
JB,
so my channel's not
You have to
demonetized.
stand down.
Yes, and those are, sometimes they stay that way, and sometimes they don't. So I'm going to have to put another thing up for super chats. The limited means that you only earn ad revenue off of YouTube Premium. So if someone watches your video and they have YouTube Premium, you can make a little bit of money off that. And that, I'm just being completely transparent about it because it's hard, and I put a lot of time and effort into what I do and try to keep it factual, and it's just a lot of work. But I have good news about the shorts on YouTube. So starting in the beginning of February of 2023, I actually just got a notification today about the shorts. So starting February 2023, they are going to have revenue for whatchamacallit, for shorts. So it's going to work kind of like TikTok, where they have like a pool type thing, like a creator, what do they call it on TikTok? Like a creator fund, I think. I think it's called a creator fund. So they're going to do something like that. And I guess that's how it's going to work, but that doesn't kick in. There's only certain people that are making money on shorts right now. So that's just, it's like that, and that's just the way it is. So I know it's easy for a lot of people to super chat, and that was one thing I just wanted to talk about, was YouTube keeps, let me add Lori's, YouTube keeps, I think it's 65% or something like that. It's a high percentage, or 75%. Or I mean, they keep 25% and we get 75%, or 65 and 35 or something like that. Sorry, I had that backwards. But and we don't get it until we get paid, and we only get paid once a month. So that's where it gets hard too, being a creator, is that, okay, so we have a super chat goal and we have a birthday week stream goal, because some people donate by super chat and some people donate by the other methods, like through Streamlabs, Link, Venmo, Cash App, etc., etc. I did get the new handle feature, but they have not put it on my channel yet, so I can't see it yet. And so not just, for the monetization, but, we've got so much to look at in here. In our analytics, So I want to thank you guys in advance for helping me out, getting through this. Usually YouTube will turn it around. It just seems like there's humps, and we have to get through the humps, and then they, will let you, they'll have more stringent guidelines or whatever. But it automatically, you guys, so it's not a human until you ask for a review. So if it turns yellow, I immediately ask for a review, and then I have to wait for a human to review it. So even if it does eventually get the green $sign, I've already missed at least, I have one that's been sitting there for 4 days waiting for a review. So I'm not getting paid for those first 4 days of views. It's 30%. There it is. Streamlabs just corrected us. YouTube takes 30% of super chats. If you guys didn't know that. So if you want 100% of your money to go to the creator and not to YouTube, who gets more than enough money, in my opinion, like Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, they don't take anything. Or the Streamlabs. The Streamlabs link that I put in the chat. Even the super thanks, they keep the 30% of that. YouTube gets their cut on everything, you guys. They get a huge cut of ad revenue too. It's crazy. And I mean, of course, they're sponsoring this platform and everything, and I'm not, complaining about that, but damn, I mean, it's just hard. I know it's easy to super chat. Like for me too, if I'm in someone's live and I want to donate, it's so easy just to hit that thing and donate. And that's why I'm not, going to say don't super chat, like I know it's easy. I know it's convenient, and I don't want to like discourage anyone from doing that. But I just wanted to let everybody know, like educate you on what it's like on the back end, and 100% transparency. I've never opened up my analytics in a live, ever. But there's a first time for everything, right? All right, Monday morning, true crimers. Yeah, especially, Lisa, when you're live. When you're live is when you get the most views if you're doing a live stream versus a video. So if you end a stream and you've got like 4,000 views, you're not making anything on that. So it's like you have to wait for that human review, and it's like, shit, even if it does turn green, you're only going to get paid from that point on. So look at that gavel spinning around in the tip jar. So pretty cool. All right, you guys, thank you. I want to say thank you. There's 167 of you here to listen to me talk about a case. And I just want to say I appreciate all of y'all. All of y'all. And I was late because I got caught up on my phone because I do my sound bites on there, and I've got a whole shit ton of new sound bites to upload. And I looked at my clock. I'm like, oh my God, it's 1:55. So let's get into this horrific case of this pregnant woman who was initially missing. Yep, this is going to be a full case go through because I have not gone through it as well. Yes, Mike. Thanks, you guys. Thanks, Pop Life, for your super sticker. And I will, if I don't get to them right when you guys send them, I will address you and I will thank you. So if I don't say it while I'm reading, don't fret. Hi, Amber Moon. Welcome to chat.
KB, it's
stand down, Pop Life. Thank you so much. Okay, so this is Ashley Bush. And Ashley Bush is an Arkansas woman who was 31 weeks pregnant and went missing in Missouri. So here's the story. A pregnant woman picked up in Arkansas. Let me make sure you guys can see this. I like it when you can read with me. I always like reading with people when I watch their streams. So a pregnant woman picked up in Arkansas for what she believed was a job interview was found killed in Missouri. Her unborn child, according to the Benton County Sheriff's Office in Arkansas, was discovered also dead in a different location in McDonald County in southwestern Missouri. The deaths of Ashley Bush and her daughter, Valkyrie Grace Willis, Valkyrie Grace, poor baby, led to the arrest of the evil in the flesh, Amber Waterman and Jamie Waterman, a married couple from Jane, Missouri. Amber Waterman was charged with kidnapping, resulting in death, and her husband is charged with being an accessory after the fact to kidnapping resulting in death. Amber Waterman originally kidnapped Bush to claim her unborn child as her own, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office. And this is the Department of Justice, U.S. Attorney's Office, Western District of Missouri press release. And we're going to start down at the bottom about the affidavit. So it says, according to an affidavit filed in support of the federal criminal complaints, Amber Waterman adopted the false online persona of Lucy in order to meet Ashley Bush, then lured her to meet a second time to give her a ride to a purported job interview. Instead, the affidavit says, Amber Waterman killed Ashley Bush. Amber Waterman allegedly led Jamie Waterman to the body of Ashley Bush, who was clothed and lying face down next to a boat near their house, covered in a blue tarp. Amber Waterman removed a ring from Ashley Bush's finger and rolled her body onto the blue tarp, the affidavit says, which Jamie Waterman then dragged to a fire pit behind the residence. The Watermans allegedly burned the body, moved it onto the bed of Jamie Waterman's blue GMC pickup, and drove a short distance from their residence to hide the body.
Ooh-wee, that will scare somebody.
These people are disgusting. Wow. Ashley Bush was reported missing on Monday, October 31st. Her fiancé told law enforcement that he saw her being driven as a passenger in a pickup truck by a woman he knew as Lucy. They had originally met Lucy at the Gravette, Arkansas Public Library a few days earlier, at which time Lucy was driving the same pickup truck. During this meeting at the library, Lucy and Ashley Bush had discussed employment opportunities. And later that day, Lucy offered to drive her to meet her supervisor at a Benton, Arkansas company. Bentonville, sorry. Isn't that where Walmart is? Bentonville? On October 31st, Ashley Bush's fiancé drove her to meet Lucy at a Handy Stop convenience store in Maysville, Arkansas. He later received a message to pick her up at the same Handy Stop store. But while he was waiting for her to arrive, he saw Lucy and Ashley Bush drive past without stopping. He attempted to contact Ashley Bush by phone, but his calls went to voicemail. He later found her phone on the side of the highway. Detectives with the Benton County, Arkansas Sheriff's Department examined the phone and found the Facebook account for Lucy. Detectives located a public posting on the account that read, quote, I have a bunch of baby items if any moms to be need them. Detectives traced that Facebook account to Jamie Waterman and learned from examining Amber Bush's Google records that she had traveled to Pineville, approximately a quarter of the mile from the Watermans' residence. When investigators questioned the Watermans on Tuesday, November 1st, they were initially told that Amber had a miscarriage. Detectives noticed what appeared to be bloodstains on the inside of a pickup truck that matched the description of the vehicle given by Ashley Bush's fiancé. The vehicle was seized by law enforcement and search warrants obtained on Thursday, November 3rd, for the vehicle and residence. It took them 2 days to get a search warrant after seeing blood. Why would it take 2 days after seeing blood? Detectives questioned Jamie Waterman again on Thursday, November 3rd. According to the affidavit, he told detectives that After they had questioned them and left their residence, Amber told him she had killed Ashley and then quickly changed her story and said Lucy had killed her. She then led him to the body, which he assisted in disposing. The charges contained in these complaints are simply accusations and not evidence of guilt. Evidence supporting these charges must be presented to a federal trial jury whose duty is to determine guilt or innocence. These cases are being prosecuted by the Assistant U.S. Attorneys Stephanie L. Wan and James L. Kelleher. They were investigated by the FBI, the Benton County, Arkansas Sheriff's Department, and the McDonald County, Missouri Sheriff's Department in conjunction with the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Western District of Arkansas and the Benton County, Arkansas Prosecutor Attorney's Office. So here is the criminal complaint for Amber. And it says, on or about the dates of 10/31/22 to 11/2/22 in the county of McDonald in the Western District of Missouri, the defendant violated kidnapping resulting in death. And then Special Agent Stacy Moore from the FBI has her attachment. Between October 31st, 2022 and November 2nd, 2022, said dates being approximate, in McDonald County in the Western District of Missouri and elsewhere, the defendant, Amber Waterman, did unlawfully and willfully kidnap, abduct, carry away, and hold Ashley Bush for the purpose and benefit of claiming Ashley Bush's child as the defendant's child, and willfully transport Ashley Bush in interstate commerce from Maysville, Arkansas, across the state line to Pineville, Missouri, the actions of the defendant resulting in the death of Amber Waterman. The range of punishment could be death, life imprisonment, $250,000 fine, and it's a Class A felony. And then here is the affidavit attachment. Let's see if there's anything in here that we didn't read in that summary. Probable cause. Okay. We'll read through this. On October 31st, 2022, at approximately 6:30 p.m., Ashley Bush was reported as a missing person to the Benton County, Arkansas Sheriff's Office. At the time that Miss Bush was reported as a missing person, she was approximately 31 weeks pregnant. Miss Bush was last seen in the passenger seat of an older model tan pickup truck on October 31st at 3:09 p.m. at the intersection of Highway 72 and Highway 43 in Maysville, Arkansas. The driver of the vehicle was described as a white female in her 40s with shoulder-length brown hair. Miss Bush's fiancé, Joshua Willis, was the witness who observed Miss Bush as a passenger in the vehicle and reported to the Benton County Sheriff's Office that he recognized the driver of the vehicle as a female he knew as Lucy. Mr. Willis informed Benton County Sheriff investigators that on October 28th, he and Miss Bush met Lucy at the public library in Gravette, Arkansas. At the time of the meeting, Lucy was driving the same pickup. During this meeting, Miss Bush and Lucy discussed employment opportunities for Miss Bush at a company called Conduent. I wonder what Conduent does. Let's see.
Murder.
By the way, I'm not looking at chat, so I'm not ignoring you guys. Formerly Xerox Business Services.
JB, it's we have to stand down.
So I guess it's like, it says Conduent is a great place to work if you don't mind working hard for your pay and a tedious job in general. Conduent jobs. Tech support. Remote call center. Huh. Okay. I was just curious what they do. Okay. At approximately 11 p.m., So 11 p.m. on October 28th, Lucy messaged Miss Bush and informed her that she would meet her at the Handy Stop convenience store on Monday, October 31st, to take her to her supervisor at Conduit. Poor Miss Bush, 31 weeks pregnant and needing a job, drove with Mr. Willis, or drove with her husband to the Handy Stop convenience store where she met Lucy. So her husband drove her there. And I have an interview with the husband, and I'm not sure what we're going to be thinking about the husband because I haven't seen it yet. So I'm anxious to watch it with you. So we'll watch it in just a second. So he drove her to the Handy Stop. And then at 3 p.m., he got a text message saying that she was in Gravette, Arkansas, and she was on her way to the Handy Stop. So he headed there to pick her up, and he was waiting for her arrival, and he observed that same truck drive past with her in it and with Lucy. So they turned on Highway 43 and headed north. Mr. Willis was able to observe that Miss Bush was the passenger and that Lucy was driving. Mr. Willis attempted to contact Miss Bush by phone, but it was going to voicemail. And then he found the phone on the side of the road. So the husband was the last one to drop her off, and then he found the phone on the side of Highway 43. And then Mr. Willis rode with the detectives to the location where the phone was found. So maybe he didn't grab it. The detectives recovered the phone, so he must have left it there and used the passcode provided by Mr. Willis to gain access to the phone. The phone was later transported to Benton County, Arkansas Sheriff's Department for further review. And that was when they found the account for Lucy. So the account appeared to have been created on October 25th. When did they meet at the library? The 28th. So was she planning on targeting Miss Bush, or was Miss Bush just coming to the library and she saw an opportunity? The account was created on October 25th, 2022, and the profile name was identified as Lucy Barrows. Detectives located a public posting that read, "I have a bunch of baby items if any moms to be need them." When Benton County Sheriff's Office Detective Simpson returned to Mr. Willis to the Handy Stop convenience store, he was approached by Rick Burrow. So there's Lucy Barrows, which is the fake name, and then there's Rick Burrow, and he's a detective, right? Who's Rick Burrow? Now I'm confused. I mean, were we introduced to Mr. Burrow, or is this just how they're bringing him into the story? Jesus, this is confusing. When Benton County Sheriff's Office Detective Simpson returned Mr. Willis to the Handy Stop, he was approached by Rick Burrow. They should say who Rick Burrow is. Burrow told Detective Simpson that on October 31st, he and Sawyer McGee, is this real? These names. Sawyer and McGee were traveling south on Highway 43 near Maysville, Arkansas. While driving, he and McGee observed a male throw a red and black cellular telephone from the window of the vehicle as it headed north on Highway 43. So did they stop and go try to find the phone? They came back? I'm confused. Detective Simpson made contact with McGee, who confirmed the information provided by Burrow, and added that the vehicle in question was a blue or light gray Chevrolet pickup. Detective Allison Nugent of the Benton County Sheriff's Office submitted an emergency request to Facebook, now Meta Platforms, Inc., to request records associated with the Facebook profile of, quote, Lucy Barrows. Facebook provided information to Detective Nugent, indicating that the Lucy Barrows profile was created on October 25th at 22:45. What would that be? 10:45 p.m. The registration internet IP address was identified as blank. It's redacted. Detective Nugent was able to determine that this IP was registered to T-Mobile. Detective Nugent requested an emergency disclosure from T-Mobile and learned that the IP address was assigned to Jamie Waterman. Date of birth blank, residing at blank, Pineville, McDonald County, Western District of Missouri. Detective Kyle Naish with the Benton County Sheriff's Office submitted an extingent request for Miss Bush's cellular telephone provider, T-Mobile. The request forms were for phone numbers blank, Miss Bush, and blank, Mr. Willis. Detective Naish requested call detail records with cell sites and time difference of arrival, timing advance for both devices. Detective Naish reviewed the T-Mobile results and manually reviewed Miss Bush's cellular device. Detective Naish observed a timeline of events contained within the victim's Google Maps. Detective Naish observed that the phone traveled from Gravette to Maysville on October 31st at approximately 11:07 a.m. and leave the area of Maysville at approximately 11:41 a.m. Detective Naish observed the victim's phone showed to return to Maysville at approximately 6:51. So her phone left the area at 11:07, and then it returned back at 6:51. Now, does that line up with the husband's time of when they drove by? What time did he say they drove by? Wasn't it like 3? She texted him at 3, but it doesn't say what time he went to the thing. It's not that far away, so. Thank you, Tim Green. Detective Nugent requested records related to Miss Bush's Gmail account. Detective Naish reviewed T-Mobile records and Google records and observed that the victim's phone left Maysville, Arkansas, and traveled to an area near Pineville, Missouri at 1:09 p.m. Detective Naish observed that from 1:09 to 1:28 p.m., the victim's phone was in the area of Laughlin Ridge Road in Pineville, Missouri, approximately 0.15 miles from the residence located at blank, Pineville, Missouri. This is the residence of Jamie and Amber Waterman. Mel Mack, thank you for the warning. Bella. She's barking at the mail lady.
Rattlesnakes, moccasins, alligators.
Enough. Hey. It's a different mailman. It's a guy. Hey, enough. Sorry. On November 1st, after learning of the possible location of interest located at blank, Pineville, Missouri, Benton County Sheriff's Office detectives Simpson and Stewart coordinated with the McDonald County Sheriff's Office to travel to this location. I hate how they redact the suspect's info. She is a good girl, Jack. Mel Max says, trigger warning, folks, this gets gruesome. After arriving at this location, Detective Simpson met with Jamie and Amber Waterman. Detective Simpson requested consent to conduct a search of the residence and the outbuildings and was granted consent by both of them. Detective Simpson also observed a tan-colored Chevy pickup matching the description of the vehicle that Mr. Willis reported as being driven by Lucy. Detective Simpson observed what he believed to be bloodstains on the inside of the vehicle, specifically the center console, steering wheel, and headliner. So why did it take 2 days? I know she said ruh. No, just our mail lady is a woman and it's a different person, so she was alerted to that. Detective Simpson conducted an interview of Amber Waterman while at the residence. Amber informed Simpson that on October 31st, She had been at the residence on blank all day with her son and her husband's cousin's daughter. Later in the afternoon, Amber went into labor. Amber had the female at the residence contact 911 and then drove to meet an ambulance at a store in McDonald County, Missouri. Amber Waterman informed Detective Simpson that she had delivered a stillborn that evening. She lied and said she delivered a dead baby. Detective Simpson requested access to Amber's phone, but Amber reported she had lost it.
Did I ask them to do that?
Sure.
Go potty, Angie B. Detective Simpson then questioned Amber about the tan-colored Chevy pickup. Amber informed Simpson that she was the only person with access to the vehicle and that she had the only keys. When asked about her knowledge of Miss Bush, Amber stated she does not know her. Detective Simpson then asked Amber about Lucy Barrows. Amber informed Detective Simpson that she knew Lucy and that she previously worked with Lucy at Walmart. So Amber is saying, oh yeah, I know Lucy. I don't know this chick you're looking for, though. But I know Lucy. Detective Simpson spoke with Jamie Waterman, which is Amber's husband. Jamie informed Detective Simpson that on October 31st, he went to work at 6 a.m., came home at noon for lunch. When Jamie arrived home for lunch, the tan truck was not at the residence. Uh-oh, it looks like Jamie had a little bit of leakage.
There was a lot of leakage.
A little bit of leakage, because that goes against what Amber was telling the other detective. After interviewing Jamie and Amber and conducting a consent search, Simpson informed Jamie and Amber that the tan-colored Chevy pickup was going to be seized. So, bye-bye, Chevy pickup.
Roly-poly, daddy's little Betty. Betty's gonna be a man someday.
So they seized the GMC pickup and told them there was possible presence of blood inside the vehicle. The vehicle was then transported to Benton County Sheriff's Office. On November 3rd, a state search warrant was issued in McDonald County, Missouri. There is a lot to unpack here. A lot of locations here. So now we're back to McDonald County. The Benton County Sheriff's Office and the FBI did a search with McDonald County Sheriffs. And the FBI evidence response team members from the Kansas City and the Little Rock divisions also participated in the search. While the search was being executed, FBI SA Brennan Despain, FBI Task Force Officer Chris Moffitt, and Benton County Sheriff's Office Detective Patrick Stewart traveled back to went to Jamie's place of employment and conducted a non-custodial interview of Jamie. So now they've gone to her work. Now they go to her work. Talk about putting the pressure on. During the interview, Jamie advised that on the evening of October 31st, his work, sorry, Jamie's the husband, my bad. So they go to Jamie's work because Jamie has already told them that when he got home at noon, the truck wasn't there. But Amber is telling them, I was home all day. I was home with my son and I was home with my cousin's kid. So now they travel over to Jamie's work. And Jamie tells them, rather, that he discovered blood inside the pickup. And Jamie just assumed the blood came from his wife due to her pregnancy complications. What a liar.
In the name of Jesus, Father God, Lord.
Right, Christina? Christina says, how can you try to say you had a baby when your body will say different? Now, if you guys followed Taylor Parker cut a baby out of Reagan Hancock's womb. shoved the umbilical down her pants to make it look like she just gave birth. Sick. Jamie Waterman questioned Amber, he said, about the blood, and Amber did not acknowledge the source of the blood. Jamie watched Amber clean the blood, obviously not good enough, and then she burned them in a burn barrel in front of the residence. Jamie then collected the trash from the residence and burned the trash in the same barrel. Jamie stated that when Benton County detectives arrived at his residence on November 2nd, he was already aware that Miss Bush had been reported as missing. Jamie learned of this through social media. After the detectives left the residence at 5 a.m. on Wednesday, November 2nd, Amber informed Jamie that she had killed Miss Bush and then quickly changed her story and said that Lucy did it. Then at 6:30 a.m., Amber led Jamie to the body. Jamie stated, now this is trigger warning. We're going to be talking about the body. Oh my God. Okay. I haven't read this yet, so this is my first go through. Jamie Waterman stated that the body was clothed and lying face down next to a boat next to the house. Oh, it's Gravat. Thanks for that. Okay, so the body was clothed laying face down next to a boat. The body was covered with a blue tarp. Amber removed a ring from Miss Bush's finger, sick, and rolled the body onto the blue tarp. Jamie Waterman dragged the body on the tarp to a fire pit behind the residence, and Amber asked Jamie to get gasoline. And he did it. He did it. So he brought over a gallon of chainsaw bar chain oil. Amber proceeded to light the tarp. Now, this is according to her husband, because he turned on her. Proceeded to light the tarp and poured about a third of the oil over the body. Amber then began collecting wood to throw on the fire. Jamie then dragged a small sofa next to the fire, and he believes that Amber put the sofa in the fire. After the fire burned for about an hour, Amber doused the fire with water from a garden hose, and Jamie Waterman removed the body from the burn pile. When Jamie Waterman attempted to move the body was still very hot. So Jamie went to a shed located on the property and retrieved a new tarp. The tarp was placed next to the body, and Jamie rolled the body onto the tarp. After placing the body on the tarp, the body was moved onto the bed of Jamie's blue GMC pickup. Jamie Waterman and Amber Waterman drove the body an area and within a short distance from the residence. Jamie stated that his blue GMC truck was having transmission problems and could not travel far. After arriving at the spot where the body was to be hidden, Jamie and Amber removed the body from the truck and placed it on the ground. Amber then removed the tarp. Jamie and Amber drove back to their residence where Amber Waterman burned the tarp. But where did the baby come out at? Jamie Waterman was asked if he could show the interviewers where the body was taken to. Jamie agreed and led agents and detectives to where he and Amber left the body. Upon arrival at this location, a charred human body was discovered. During the search of the residence, the FBI evidence response team members discovered a charred human hand and bone fragments located in a burn pile. Oh my God.
In the name of Jesus, Father God, Lord.
Whoa, what the hell is wrong with people?
The devil is dancing tonight.
Based on the above facts, there is probable cause to support a criminal complaint against Amber Waterman for kidnapping resulting in death. So where does it talk about what she did, though, to the baby? Where's the indictment on the baby? Oh, that is just sick. Okay, so back to the article. Benton County Sheriff Sean Holloway called it one of the most horrific cases he has been involved in. We know all of this. Okay, authorities did not say how the fetus was removed from Bush's body or where within McDonald County they were found. Benton County is about 35 miles south of McDonald County, Missouri. It's unclear if the killings took place in Arkansas or Missouri. A person accused of killing a pregnant woman in Arkansas can be charged with 2 counts of murder. Josh Willis, Bush's fiancé, said in a statement that he's disgusted in the whole situation. He said, "I wish that Ashley and Valkyrie were alive and home with us all." You know what? I'm not even going to read his thing. Let's watch his interview. Look at all this. Pregnant woman shot in the head while sleeping with her family. While sleeping in car with her family, Florida cops say. Missing pregnant woman is found dead, Virginia cops say. Boyfriend is arrested. This is October 5th, October 24th, and October 25th. Brutal attack on pregnant woman at Publix ends when witness pulls gun. What in the hell is going on? All right, we're going to watch her husband. They're not giving the information about the baby
yet.
So here's an interview with Ashley's husband, and this must be, is this their other, is that their other child? He seems pretty calm. This was 4 days ago, so 6-5, like November 2nd? November 3rd? I guess it would be November 3rd. So this had only been 3 days and he was interviewed. So let's watch this.
Chargers are do you feel like are police talking to you and communicating with you about everything that's going on?
They are to a point, but not as much as I wish they would. Honestly wish I could get more info from them on where they're at, if they've even got like an area where she could be, at least something that I would have better understanding on what they were doing.
So this interview is before they found her.
And just how do you feel about the response and what they've done since you notified them that she's missing?
Actually, I'm very appreciative of how quick they got here, all the stuff that they've gotten to, how quick they've collected their evidence and questioned everybody. I appreciate everything they've done so far. It's actually surprising that with her missing for only a couple hours, when I first called them, that they jumped on it as fast as they did.
They jumped on it as fast as they did because she's pregnant.
They had officers all night long out looking for her. Hey.
Oh my God. Oh my God, this is so sad.
They were helping me look for her. They were up here searching all over. grab it around Maysville. They were searching everywhere looking for her on Monday. The officer that was here that night, he kept talking to me. He kept checking in like every hour to 2 hours on what he was finding. Detective Matthews, after I had my meeting with her yesterday, she got a hold of me a couple times yesterday to let me know what she had found. No, let go. And then when I had located Ashley's phone, she got a hold of her officer that was already out here to collect evidence from the handy stop. He came straight to me and collected the phone, did the measurements, took pictures. I gave him permission to open her phone, found all the messages from her and Lucy. He told me that they were going to go back to the office, to their forensic department, to do a deeper search into the phone and to see if they could get any prints or anything off of it, to see who all had messed with it.
And so are you hopeful that, having her phone, they'll be able to find Lucy?
What was with the zoom in on his lips? Why'd they do that? Janice, I'm so glad that he's okay. That is awful. I think he's chewing tobacco, you guys. And that was kind of rude of them to zoom in because his lips are a mess from the tobacco. And the guy probably hasn't slept, probably hasn't brushed his teeth, showered.
And to see if they could get any prints or anything off of it, to see who all had messed with it.
So are you hopeful that, having her phone, they'll be able to find Lucy's number and hopefully track her down?
I'm hoping they can do that, but the only contact that Ashley and Lucy had together was through Messenger. So I'm hoping they could try to figure out an IP address off the profile to see if they could actually figure out where the profile was actually made, to see if they could track her down that way. But other than that, all they've had
very
is
tacky.
just off of Messenger.
And this Facebook group, do you know any more details about exactly have you been able to find this Facebook group yourself?
No.
You think it's gone now?
It's she either blocked everybody from it or she deactivated it after what happened on Monday. I've been through every mom's group that I could think of on Facebook, and I can't find any of Ashley's posts on any of them or this Lucy's post on any of them. I have found other Lucys on there, but none of them was the Lucy that I actually had been talking to.
And you actually saw this woman yourself, right?
Yes. Saw her Friday when Ashley did her interview with her, and then I saw her again on Monday when she...
Did he just smile? Hold on, I need to go back. You know how I am.
Facebook, and I can't find any of Ashley's
After
posts
this
on
next
any of
question,
them,
watch.
or this Lucy's post on any of them. I have found other Lucys on there, but none of them was the Lucy that I actually had been talking to.
And you actually saw this woman yourself,
Right here.
right?
Yes. Saw her Friday when...
Why did he
where
fucking
they're at.
smile? Dude, was he cheating with Miss Burns or whatever her name is? Miss Waterman? I'm not throwing shade, but why does he smile when she says, "Did you meet this woman yourself?" And he kind of smiles.
Right?
Yes.
What? What's with the little grin? You guys, are you seeing this or am I nuts? Are you guys picking up what I'm laying down?
Messenger.
And
did he just smack something? Like bat that little girl away? So, okay, wait a minute. This little girl is Ashley's kid? Why does he have her? Where's this little kid's dad? Hello, John McSmith. Yes. Okay, let's watch it slow down. That just caught my eye, you guys. Like, what could he possibly have to smirk about when he says, when she asks, oh, you've seen this woman before? I'm slowing it down, so no, they're not drunk. I'm not accusing anyone, Amber. I'm analyzing an interview. That's what we do here. I know you said you're new, but this is what we do. So if you're not enjoying it, we don't know what happened. All we have is a couple of indictments right now on 2 people. We have no information about the baby, how the baby was removed. We don't know any of that. We have no information on his cell phone records, which they did get. And it's not rude. It's called analyzing a case with an open mind and looking at all angles. He could be nervous. Absolutely. That's why we look at it. But he wasn't asked about the interview. He was asked if he had seen this woman, Lucy, before. I'm just going to play it slow so I can see it. So we're a little bit behind. He's talking about the Facebook, but I don't want to hear him. I just want to see his face. Bye, Amber. Have a good one. Hey, Kimmykins. Hey, Mom to 3. Yeah, we're just analyzing his body language. Well, there it was. And I think that's a grin. And why would he smile about the interview? That doesn't make sense to me. Sorry. I'm seeing one. I got a red flag here. Red flag number 1.
Interview with her, and then I saw her again on Monday when she picked up Ashley.
Did you ever get, when you were around this lady, I know you said earlier you felt she was disorganized in the interview, but what were your thoughts around how she was acting? Did you get any?
And he wasn't talking about the interview. If you listened, whoever corrected me on that, he was asked about the first when he saw her, and he's talking about the library.
Again on Monday when she picked up Ashley.
Did you ever get, when you were around this lady, I know you said earlier you felt she was disorganized in the interview, but what were your thoughts around how she was acting? Did you get any weird vibes from her?
Friday when we met her, I didn't have any weird vibes on Friday. She seemed like she was legit. She asked us if we needed any baby clothes or anything for the baby. We told her we needed everything because we haven't bought anything yet. She told us that she had all the.
Why haven't they bought anything yet? She's 31 weeks. I know, Tim Green. Did you see that? Did you see him like swat behind him? I know, I wish it was zoomed out. Yeah, that was the first time he smiled. And that was what he was asked about, was Lucy. I know, Kim, we're not done. We're just unpacking this right now.
Stuff that we needed, the car seats, the beds, clothes, all that. That it took her an hour to get home in Bella Vista and an hour back. So I was like, we'll just meet another day and we'll get all the stuff from you.
Ooh, let's go back to the shoulder shrug. Good catch, Mary Pike. So isn't it convenient that they had nothing And this Waterman just happens to make that post. Seems a little too convenient. Seems a little too convenient. The Facebook is made on October 25th. And then they go to the library where this chick lives. We don't know the story leading up to going to the library, but she went there to get a job. We don't know where she found the job. We don't know if he sent her the job or if she found it on her own. We have no idea. Yeah, Tony Martinis, we are amateurs. I'm not an investigator. I'm a YouTube content creator. So you can LOL yourself right out of here if you want. If you're going to be a smartass. If I had my damn Home Alone soundbite, I would say, get your ugly, yellow, no good keister off my property. Hello, Mrs. Kurt Cobain. Good to see you.
Baby, we told her we needed everything because we haven't bought anything yet. She told us that she had all the baby stuff that we needed, the car seats, the beds, clothes, all that. That it took her an hour to get home in Bella Vista and an hour back. So I was like, we'll just meet another day and we'll get all the stuff from you. She said, okay. That afternoon, Friday afternoon, she messaged Ashley and told Ashley that her boss wanted to meet her at 9 o'clock on Monday. I was like, all right, I can take you Monday. I can go donate plasma and you can do your meeting and then we'll go to the house.
Okay. They're donating plasma because they're broke. So does he not work? And what's he doing? Why is he scratching his head? Why is he scratching his head when he's talking about this? You all can call me amateur all you fucking want. I've picked up on some shit. You've got to give me credit for that. I have picked up on some things.
Around 10:30, 11 o'clock, Lucy messaged her again and told her that she'd meet her at...
Sorry, I want to go back and see what he said when he touched his head. Miss Amateur here.
That her boss wanted to meet her at 9 o'clock on Monday. I was like, all right, I can take you Monday. I can go donate plasma and you can do your meeting and then we'll go to the house. Around 10:30, 11 o'clock, Lucy messaged her again and told her that she'd meet her at 11 o'clock at Handy Stop to take her to meet the boss. That's when I started getting suspicious about her because one, why would you text somebody that late at night that you're going to pick them up when she had us meet her and grab it in the first place? I understand that we were here for Halloween and stuff, so it would have been closer for us to come here instead of all the way back to grab it. But messaging her multiple times that the time was changing, and then when we got here at 11, she messaged us again and told us to be another 30 minutes before she got here. So around noon is when she finally, it was between 11:35 and 12 before they all decided to leave. When she got out of the car, she was all dressed up, had a nice dress shirt on. It was all multicolor. I don't remember what pants she was wearing. She had a light blue or gray pullover over her dress shirt. On Monday, Friday, she was just in a shirt, had like a sweater or something over the top of it. And when she took her top shirt off, she had a yellow tank top, like she wasn't even prepared for her interview. She forgot all of her computers and stuff that she was supposed to do the interview with on Friday. She said she was having complications because her lawyer had contacted her about her divorce. So she was crying, forgot all of her stuff to do her slideshow for Ashley with and everything. She didn't have any of that. All she had was paperwork for the company that she was supposed to work for, which was Conduent. So I contacted Conduent. They never heard of this Lucy chick. They're based out of New Jersey, when Lucy said that they were based out of Oklahoma City. The guy that was on the email address that Ashley was supposed to contact to get further information, he actually worked in New Jersey, but quit his job back in June. So he no longer worked for the company at all. So that threw flags. That started throwing red flags when the company didn't even know who she was. And I didn't find that out until Monday, after I started going through all the paperwork and stuff that we had, that the company didn't actually want to hire Ashley, that this woman had random paperwork from this company.
What?
So
I am lost.
I told Ashley, I was like, I don't want you going. I have a bad feeling about you going today. She was already having pressure in her stomach from the baby when she woke up Monday.
I don't like this.
But she kept telling me she'd be fine, she'd be back. I was like, contact me if you have any problems. Around 2:56, I got a message from her saying that they were going to be here in
wait
like
a
12
minute,
minutes,
wait a minute,
that
wait
they
a
were
minute,
leaving
wait a
Gravity.
minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a
I
minute.
told her,
wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. He's rambling. And it could be nerves. It could be nerves. But he's definitely rambling. I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about anymore. I think that we have to listen really, really close because he's rambling. And like it's really easy to like zone out on him.
La 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 means to let me finish. La 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 la.
I mean, I just don't understand. Wait, what? No, this is the news. This isn't me interviewing him.
okay, I'll be right there. I drove down here and waited, and finally I was getting gas, and at the stop sign on 72 is when I saw them pull up. I couldn't tell if Ashley was moving or not. I thought they looked at me, so I was waving. When Lucy turned right on 43.
Okay, we're going to go back because I didn't understand any of that timeline. This is when he's okay, so he says this through flags. And then he's saying he told his wife he didn't feel comfortable with her going, but he still let her go. Why didn't he fucking go with them instead of donating plasma? Couldn't he have donated plasma like the next day or later? If he felt uncomfortable and warned his wife that he felt uncomfortable and she's 31 weeks pregnant, I'm sus of that. I don't know their relationship, but I'm just talking out loud. Good guy, good pastor. Obviously, you only scratch surfaces of things. Right. It could be nerves. No, a Lucy was not arrested. They're saying that Amber was Lucy using a fake name. But if he felt funny about his 31-week pregnant girlfriend going to with this woman, and he thought at nighttime. Yeah, I agree, Haley V. Okay, so we're going to go back and we're going to start talking about the job again, okay? All right, we're going to start at noon, okay? Hey, Audra D. All right, we're at noon.
11:35 and 12 before they all decided to leave. When she got out of the car, she was all dressed up, had a nice dress shirt on. It was all multicolor. I don't remember what pants she was wearing. She had a light blue or gray pullover over her dress shirt. On Monday. Friday, she was just in a shirt, had like a sweater or something over the top of it. And when she took her top shirt off, she had a yellow tank top, like she wasn't even prepared for her interview. She forgot all of her computers and stuff that she was supposed to do the interview with.
Is he
on Friday.
Is he talking about the wife or the Lucy? Who is he talking about here? The wife or Lucy? I don't know. I didn't see any other interviews of him. Is this not the first one? I mean, this is 20 minutes long. Right, Lex, that's what I'm saying. Right, Haley. What? So who's he talking about? The wife or Lucy? Okay, Lucy was the one unprepared, but he remembered what Lucy was wearing? A yellow tank top? Boomer. Hey, I've missed you, Boomer. You're funny. He's talking about Lucy. Okay. $25 for cases of Coke Zero. I love you, Mike Sanner. You are so funny. Okay, Lucy's not prepared. But was Lucy wearing the colorful dress and all this stuff? And a pullover? Because he says, I don't remember what she was wearing. And then he goes, she was all dressed up. And then he goes on to say, light blue, da-da-da-da, sweater. Exactly, Tim Green. All right, I got to go back because I don't understand the shit. Okay, she messaged us again and told us, okay, this is where we're starting, where Lucy messaged them because she was running late.
Messaged us again and told us to be another 30 minutes before she got here. So around noon is when she finally, it was between 11:35 and 12 before they all decided to leave. When she got out of the car.
They all? Wait. It was 11:30, 12 when they all decided to leave. Oh my God. Cobain. Lucy is the alias that the killer used. Amber. Ashley's the victim. Amber's the suspect. And she went by the name Lucy. Apparently. Right, Lori Staggs. I agree. Oh, the little girl was on his lap earlier. This is a long interview. This is the same one. He thought it was unprofessional, but he's got dip in his mouth in an interview when his wife... I mean, I'm not trying to be judgy here, but he thought it was unprofessional? Dude.
What?
She was all dressed up, had a nice dress shirt on. It was all multicolor. I don't remember what pants she was wearing. She had a light blue or gray pullover over her dress shirt. On Monday. Friday, she was just in a shirt, had like a sweater or something over the top of it. And when she took her top shirt off, she had a yellow tank top, like she wasn't even prepared for her interview. She forgot all of her computers and stuff that she was supposed to do the interview with on Friday. She says she was having complications because her lawyer had contacted her about her divorce. So she was crying, forgot all of her stuff to do her slideshow for Ashley with and everything. She didn't have any of that. All she had was paperwork for the company that she was supposed to work for, which was Conduent. So I contacted Conduent. They never heard of this Lucy chick. They're based out of New Jersey, when Lucy said that they were based out of Oklahoma City. The guy that was on the email address that Ashley was supposed to contact to get further information, he actually worked in New Jersey, but quit his job back in June. So he no longer worked for the company at all. So that threw flags. That started throwing red flags when the company didn't even know who she was. And I didn't find that out until Monday, after I started going through all the paperwork and stuff that we had, that the company didn't actually want to hire Ashley, that this woman had random paperwork from this company. So they left.
Okay, so this woman, Lucy, had random paperwork from this company. I know this is painful, but you know what? This is who she was engaged to. The reporter hasn't said a word. She's probably still trying to sort through what he just said.
I told Ashley, I was like, I don't want you going. I have a bad feeling about you going today. She was already having pressure in her stomach from the baby when she woke up Monday. But she kept telling me she'd be fine, she'd be back. I was like, contact me if you have any problems. Around 2:56, I got a message from her saying that they were going to be here in like 12 minutes, that they were leaving Grab It. I told her, okay, I'll be right there. I drove down here and waited, and finally I was getting gas, and at the stop sign on 72 is when I saw them pull up. I couldn't tell if Ashley was moving or not. I thought they looked at me.
It said they pulled up, but in the affidavit it said he saw them drive past. That's a little bit of a different scenario, isn't it? The affidavit saying that he saw them drive past, and now he just told this reporter that they pulled up. Yeah, spark them up if you got them, guys. It's Monday. It's Monday afternoon on J is for Justice.
John Wayne Bobbitt's penis.
I was waving. When Lucy turned right on 43 and was going past me, I hollered at her. She looked at me, looked away, and took off. So I jumped in the car and was trying to chase them. By the time I hit the top of the hill, they were gone. I couldn't find the truck at all anymore. So I went back to my mom's to see if Lucy had dropped her off, and she wasn't there. So I come flying back down here to see if they happened to turn around, and nobody had seen them after they had drove by here. So I started blowing up her phone, asking her what was wrong, if they were going somewhere to pick something up. Around 6 o'clock, when she never showed back up, I called PD, and I was like, I didn't know how long I have to wait to file a missing persons report. And the officers transferred me to somebody else, and I told the officer what was going on.
You got that right, Lizardo. Lizardo, you got that right.
He goes, I need you to go back to the store and wait for my sheriff or my officer to get there and give him all the information. Well, as soon as the officer got here, the case just blew up. They started calling everybody, had all local PDs and everything. Around 11 o'clock Monday, I came back up here to try to trace Ashley's phone again. And the deputy that was here, he had informed me that they went national-wide with it as of 11 o'clock on Monday. So as far as I know, right now, they have moved it to southern Missouri. And
No, he didn't report it straight away, and his reasoning is because he didn't know how long he had to wait. So he didn't call and ask and say, my wife is pregnant. She was having some pains with the baby. She left with this woman And then we know that he already knew that this guy didn't work there anymore, didn't know Lucy, but she still went. Whether she wears the pants or not, no, they did. No. She was not reported right away. He gulped. He did, Mary Pike. You're right. That it went national. Like, he freaked a little bit when it went national. And it could be nerves. It could be nerves. But this is what we do here. So Baton Rouge Beauty, we look at all angles of a case until it's solved. And I don't care how smart he is. Donald Wells isn't bright either.
Yeah.
So zip it. Well, yeah, I mean, that's what he wants you to think. Always late. He wants you to be like, oh, well, he told her not to go, so don't look at him. He told her not to go. He's the good guy. Come on, guys. Is this your first true crime case you followed or what?
You buzzed?
So as far as I know, right now, they have moved it to southern Missouri, and they still haven't located either one of them.
So awful. And, you know, how are you? Were you able to find her? Were you actually able to ping her phone? Was it still on, or did you just see it?
No, we actually, her cousin called me yesterday after my interview with with Detective Matthews. Her cousin called me and was talking to me the whole way here.
Wait, why did he say doctor? Sorry, I'm picking this shit apart because this is sus to me. I don't care what y'all say. It's awful, Amber. It's awful. But how do we know this suspect, Lucy, was getting divorced? How do we know? How do we know that he wasn't?
Or did you just see it?
Wasn't having an affair. How do we know that? Look at Chris Watts. I watched the porch interview and I believed him. I believed him. So guess what? I learned my fucking lesson. And then I thought Shane was guilty in the Heidi Broussard case. And I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson. So I analyze everything and everybody.
So there's a lot of butt joints that we have to cover. And I'm like, Dudley, let's do butt joints together because I don't want to have to do them all by myself.
And unfortunately, 99% of the time, it's the husband. 99% of the time. Right, and they weren't married. Sorry. No, Karen Lee. He didn't report it. He didn't call and them tell him, oh, she's a grown adult. You wait. He didn't call and find out. He's excusing why he didn't report it when she didn't come back, and he already thought that it was sus. Guy, good pastor. Listen, I'm not here to be right or wrong. I'm here to watch an interview and analyze it with you guys. So good pastor, yeah, not everything I say is correct, and I'm not claiming that it is. So go troll somebody else.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Her cousin called me yesterday after my interview with with Detective Matthews. Her cousin called me and was talking to me the whole way here because he was pinging it from his house off an actual computer to get a better view. When I was going down 43 towards where the phone was pinged at, he yelled at me to stop. I was like, "What's wrong?" He goes, "You're right on top of the phone." I got out and I was looking in the ditch area, and my front tire on the passenger side was literally an inch from running Ashley's phone over. And I had searched all Monday night and could not find her phone.
So he searched all Monday night, couldn't find her phone, and then he just drove almost right on top of it.
It was literally at 23% battery span when we found it yesterday.
How lucky are you and happy that you found her phone?
I'm extremely happy that we found it, but when I first found it, I literally dropped to my knees bawling because Ashley doesn't go anywhere without her phone. Besides her family, her phone is her lifeline.
Oh my God, it's Chris Watts! He just said her phone is her lifeline. That is Chris Watts to the T, verbatim. No way. Okay. I mean, that is exactly, I'm trying to find the clip of Chris. Like, I dropped to my knees bawling when I found her phone. Yeah, she's just missing right now, Tim Green. She's missing. She's not found dead yet. Oh my God, me too, Mrs. Kurt Cobain. Like, my heart is pounding. It reminds me of the barrel rushing. Yes, Red Stags. We called it Red Stags.
If it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck.
Okay, I rewound it. Here we go.
So when I first found it, I literally dropped to my knees bawling because Ashley doesn't go anywhere without her phone. Besides her family, her phone is her lifeline. That's how she contacts her parents, me, her doctors, everything when she has a problem. That's how she contacts all of us.
It's Chris Watts. Tell me. And now, okay, the people who bashed me for slowing it down, for pausing, none of y'all that complain about that have patience or really want to figure out the case. You just want to wait and have someone figure it out for you. That's the only reason I can see where you would complain, because a lot of people have seen this and never thought he was sus. This interview is dated 4 days ago. This is before they found her burnt body. Yep, Mary Pike. Absolutely. As Prayer Garden would say, absolutely.
And she doesn't have it to contact anybody for help. So nobody knows how to...
She doesn't have it to contact anyone for help. This is not a porch interview. This is the quick mart interview. I'm going to do a poll.
Reacher knows how to find her now because there's no way to find her without that phone.
That's what you think, buddy. That's what you think.
Is there anyone, I know you said recently she had to quit her job because of her pregnancy.
Yes.
You know, where was she working before, and where any of those people know anything?
No.
Wait. She had to quit her job because she was pregnant. Why in the hell is she going and getting a job with someone whose credentials didn't pan out? Why quit her job and then look for another one? Or did Miss Ashley already have this line planned because she knows this guy and she knew that they needed money and didn't have any baby items? And those are the two things that she played on. was a job and baby items. Could he have been having an affair with Lucy? Lucy's getting divorced. Could they have wanted to take the baby and live happily ever fucking after? How do we know? It's supposed to be a work from home job too, and she had to travel to go do the interview? Doesn't even make sense. I'm calling bullshit on this one. Bullshit. Whatever. Yes, Amber is Lucy. Ashley is the victim. Sorry. I feel like they could have been having an affair and they wanted, Tim Green, and they wanted, in all seriousness, to keep the baby, but the baby died. Well. Nothing about this has any red flags attached to it.
She was actually working at Grand Lake Villa in Grove, Oklahoma. My mother was her boss. She was actually working with my mother, my sister, and my sister-in-law at the time, before my sister-in-law lost her job because of her baby. Ashley and my little brother's girlfriend are literally a week apart on their pregnancies. All of her co-workers have been trying to find her, locate her, doing everything they can.
So you mean to tell me that she couldn't sustain a job with family, right? Because family's not going to fire you. Family's not going to fire you. Right. He's going and donating plasma, Casey Jakes, and sending 31-week off woman off with someone who he thought was sus, and then doesn't report her missing for hours after she's missing, when he already had a bad feeling. But he didn't go with her because he was going to go donate plasma. What? And he said that Lucy looked unprofessional. But this dude's got a whole can of dip in his mouth. Now, granted, his wife's been missing for a few days. So in the beginning, I didn't say anything. I was just like, he probably hasn't slept in 3 days. Stressed out. Nicotine. But as I've watched more and more, Ashley was getting divorced. Lucy was getting divorced. So her husband helped her even though they were getting divorced. How about that? She probably said, you're in a fucking accomplice now, so you better move this freaking body. Yeah, my sister-in-law. He calls her his sister-in-law, but it's his little brother's girlfriend. Nothing he's saying is adding up. Sorry.
If it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck.
And you know what? If he's not involved, he is a shitty husband. And I'm just going to say that outright. I don't care if he has a bad back. Like his wife was going to get a work-at-home job. He can't. He can't go work with his mom and his sister at their family business. Get the hell out of here. And then she had problems the morning of. She was having pressure. What? I think he was setting that up. 100%. Bye, Angie. Enjoy the sunshine.
They're all worried about her because this ain't like Ashley just to disappear. Everybody knows that she loves her kids and she's not going to leave them. So they've all been trying to reach out to people. Ashley was told before all this happened that after the baby was born, she can go back to work up there, but as an aide, which is making the drinks, the desserts and stuff like that. that she wasn't going to be a cook anymore. So she was trying to find a job to where she could work there and at home to be around me and the kids more instead of being away from us all the time like she has been. I've had 3 surgeries on my spine, so I'm not able to work right now.
Well, somebody's got to work, motherfucker. Somebody's got to work. Oh my God.
Until they can figure out how to make it better to where I can start lifting more and stuff to help her out. So Ashley's done everything by herself. I've been with all the kids. So our 2-year-old, she's extremely attached to me. But now with Ashley being gone, she's more attached to me.
What?
What?
How do we know for sure Amber wasn't getting divorced? This is his account. You believe him? I don't. I ain't believing shit. What is he talking about?
By herself. I've been with all the kids. So our 2-year-old, she's extremely attached to me. But now with Ashley being gone, she's more attached to me. Last night on the news.
Wait a minute. Amber was not getting divorced. Ashley was getting divorced? What are you talking about? The pregnant chick was getting divorced? They're not married. How can she be getting divorced? Amber is Waterman. Ashley is the victim. So how could Ashley be getting divorced if she's not even married? Aw, Amber Moon. It's okay. But this is what we've learned. We do this all the fucking time. Because we just never know. Like, we can watch shit and not pick up on anything, but then when we really watch it, it's like, whoa, wait, what? Again, Ashley Bush is his girlfriend, pregnant. She's now deceased. At the time, she was just missing. Amber is the suspect who showed up disheveled to the quote unquote interview and unprepared because she's getting divorced. So that was thrown in. No, it's not Ashley. Ashley is engaged to this dude. Ashley is engaged to him. She's not married to anybody. Amber showed up disheveled to the interview. Amber, a.k.a. Lucy. That's why I'm saying Lucy. I'm not even calling her Amber because they're both A names. So Ashley is his girlfriend, a.k.a. fiancé. Amber showed up. I'm not prepared. I'm ill prepared because I'm getting divorced. No one has said anything about Ashley getting divorced right now. Oh my God, this is giving me anxiety.
When Faith saw her mom on the news, she slapped my dad's TV and screamed, "There's my mommy, where's mommy?" And everybody started bawling. We couldn't hold it in anymore because she doesn't actually know that she's not coming home. She thinks that she went to the store or something and she'll be back later.
Wait, what? How does he know she's not coming home? Okay, Chris Watts. What the fuck? This is Chris Watts 2.0. Except the mistress got caught. Yeah, Amber. Amber is the suspect, not the girlfriend of his. He said in the beginning, Amber's getting divorced. That's Lucy, a.k.a. his mistress. Sorry, I'm calling it. I'm calling it. What is he talking about? She doesn't know her mom's not coming home, but you do? Busted. Busted. This is why you slow down and watch this shit.
She said, we came home, we planted flowers on the side of the house.
He knows she's not coming home. I don't need to hear any more.
La, la, la,
Okay.
la, la.
Hey, Krugsies.
She's not coming home. She thinks that she went to the store or something and she'll be back later.
Ah!
She cries herself to sleep at night. The ladies at Handy Mart, or at Handy Stop, had gotten her to eat today. Me and my mom and everybody, we've been trying to get her to eat and haven't got her to eat. She'll pick at stuff and then she'll walk away from it.
Oh, that sounds like Shanann. The weekend before she came home and got killed, she wasn't eating because she found out that her husband was fucking around on her. Sounds real similar, doesn't it? Oh my God.
Yeah, they actually got her to eat mashed potatoes and gravy a while ago and got her to actually interact with other people.
Fucking mashed potatoes and gravy? Is that like they like to throw chicken nuggets? They like to throw chicken. I want them to throw chicken nuggets at me. We got her to eat mashed potatoes and gravy. Huh?
Are you ready for this? You can't make this stuff up. I don't want to sound creepy. Well, you just sounded creepy.
Other than that, don't touch that baby. Other than that, she's been literally stuck right here like she is right now beside me.
Just, you know, how worried.
Don't touch that baby. Baby takes off with the phone. So he must have went and got another phone because I think they took his phone. They took his phone. They took Ashley's phone. They took Amber, a.k.a. Lucy's phone. And they took Jamie's phone. Ha, KC, good point. He just got done telling us that the little girl slapped the TV and said, "Where's my mommy? I want my mommy." And then he's going to talk about all this in front of her?
Are you for her, especially in her state where you said she's high risk?
I'm actually extremely worried for her, besides being the high-risk pregnancy right now with the gestational hypertension for high blood pressure. She's also got seizures that are stress-related, so she...
Wait a minute. So now he's telling us about how ill she is because he wants us to think that something medically happened to her. The question was, how worried are you for her? Especially in her state where you said she is. He should be more worried about the fact that these people didn't check out and his pregnant wife went with them and never came back. Oh boy. Well, Shell, welcome to Chris Watts 2.0.
Other than that, don't touch that baby. Other than that, she's been literally stuck right here like she is right now beside me.
Yeah, I know he's talking about the little girl. I know that.
How worried are you for her, especially in her state where you said she's high risk?
No, he's not talking about the little girl. He's talking about high risk pregnancy. No. You guys got to listen, man. Stop chatting and listen. Exactly, Mary Pike. He was asked, how worried are you for her, considering her state being high risk? high risk. Not the little girl. The pregnant woman wasn't eating. And he's sitting here for 20 minutes trying to convince everyone that he doesn't know anything. Mel Mack has a really good point too. And he didn't call police when the car she was in sped away 3 hours earlier. In his words, he said, he hollered out, "Ashley, Lucy!" And they kept going. He said Lucy looked at him even, but he couldn't tell if Ashley moved or not. So in other words, he's leaving it open. Was Ashley alive or dead? So he's like, I don't know if she moved or not. Does who have an interview with him? No, this is on the news. This is a reporter.
Extremely worried for her, besides being the high-risk pregnancy right now with the gestational hypertension for high blood pressure.
Hypertension. Oh, shit. Hypertension. Wait.
She contacts.
Fuck.
They are to a point, but not as much as I wish they would.
Way more calm in the beginning. Okay. Sorry. But he already said his daughter doesn't realize she's not coming home. He thinks she's just at the store. Yeah, he was the one to find her phone. He was the last one to drop her off with Lucy.
Ashley was told before all this happened that after the baby was born, she can go back to work up there, but as an aide, which is making the drinks, the desserts, and stuff like that, that she wasn't going to be a cook anymore.
Why can't he go make desserts and be an aide?
So she was trying to find a job to where she could work there and at home to be around me and the kids more instead of being away from us all the time like she has been. I've had 3 surgeries on my spine, so I'm not able to work right now until they can figure out how to make it better to where I can start lifting more.
Guys, this is before she was found dead. This was before she was found dead. She was still a missing person at this time.
Stuff to help her out. So Ashley's done everything by herself. I've been with all the kids. So our 2-year-old, she's extremely attached to me. But now with Ashley being gone, she's more attached to me. Last night on the news, when Faith saw her mom on the news, she slapped my dad's TV and screamed, "There's my mommy, where's mommy?" And everybody started bawling. We couldn't hold it in anymore because she doesn't actually know that she's not coming home. She thinks that she went to the store or something and she'll be back later. She cries herself to sleep at night. The ladies at Handy Mart, or at Handy Stop, had gotten her to eat today.
Okay, my bad. You're right. It was the little girl that hadn't eaten. I got you. But he misses that like Chris Watson in the chicken nuggets. So I was still on point.
And my mom and everybody, we've been trying to get her to eat and haven't got her to eat. She'll pick at stuff and then she'll walk away from it. Yeah, they actually got her to eat mashed potatoes and gravy a while ago and got her to actually interact with other people. Other than that, don't touch that baby. Other than that, she's been literally stuck right here like she is right now beside me.
As she runs away.
How worried are you for her, especially in her state where you said she's high risk?
I'm actually extremely worried for her, besides being the high-risk pregnancy right now with the gestational hypertension for high blood pressure. She's also got seizures that are stress-related. So if she gets too stressed out, she goes into a seizure and starts shaking.
Oh, great. So she gets stressed out. She goes into seizures and starts shaking. So I'm going to make her go get a job at 31 weeks along. Because my back's bad.
Ashley doesn't have her medication. The doctor has to get her different medication because of the baby, so she hasn't been taking her seizure meds. And she's also got a slight case of depression because of her last, not this pregnancy, but her last pregnancy. So without her medication off of that, there's chances that Ashley could do something to herself to try to get away.
Oh my God. Okay. So not only has he made it sound like medically she could not be coming home because medically she doesn't have her meds, but now he's saying depression and she could have killed herself. So he's giving us all these scenarios that could have happened to her. I mean, and every scenario is that she's dead, but she hasn't been found yet. No scenarios of her just, needing a break. No. Tim Green, I don't think he's just despicable. I think that there's a lot more to this. Where did he say could try to get away? Mary Pike, yeah, it was confusing because he's all over the place. Who's Josh? Who's Josh? $16.03. Yeah, building a narrative, Sanner.
Has to get her different medication because of the baby, so she hasn't been taking her seizure meds. And she's also got a slight case of depression because of her last, not this pregnancy, but her last pregnancy.
So 2 pregnancies ago, she has a slight case of depression.
Sure.
So without her medication off of that, there's chances that Ashley could do something to herself to try to get away. Or
to try to get away from what? Oh, wow. She could do something to herself to try to get away.
Something to cause them to hurt her to where she won't come home.
Oh my God. What? Or do something to them to cause them to hurt her so she doesn't come home. I'm done.
Like, what the fuck is this? And everybody's like, what the fuck is this?
Nope.
There's chances that Ashley could do something to herself to try to get away, or do something to cause them to hurt her to where she won't come home. And all of her family, her friends, my family, we're all hoping.
All of her family and her friends. There's definite division and separation. And then he catches it and he says, my family. Nope. Definitely sensing division and discord in this. And he has Chris Watts' eyes. His eyes are fucking black. You know how you see people before and after? And their eyes turn into shark eyes? He's got... Right, kiddies. Why even have detectives on the case? Why even have detectives? He's got it all fucking figured out. He obviously doesn't have a lawyer. I mean, cause them. Like his pregnant wife could do anything to cause anyone to hurt her at 31 weeks pregnant.
Cooperate. But cooperate. Yeah.
And all of her family, her friends, my family, we're all hoping for the best, that she's still strong enough to do what they want her to do.
To do what they want her to do? What?
Like, what the fuck is this? And everybody's like, what the fuck is this?
Where she can come home.
If they're watching, what do you say to the people that have her?
Oh, shit.
If they're watching, I cannot believe that they offered to help us all out and then they took off with her. I wish they would just either turn themselves in or bring Ashley back home to us, to where we know they're all safe and that her and the baby aren't harmed. Because this is my first kid with Ashley, my first kid, period. Our new baby, we were gonna name, because we were told it was gonna be another girl. We were supposed to go do an ultrasound today to make sure that it was still a girl and that the first
my God, I can't. Is this real? This is Watts 2.0. They had a fucking ultrasound scheduled. For the gender. Yo, you guys, I gotta go get another drink. I can't. Literally. It's fucking Chris Watts. Down to the glasses. Stop. Next thing he's going to say, and I haven't watched this yet, so if he does, next thing he's going to say is that Ashley bought him that shirt and he likes it a lot. Wait for it. Is the reporter going to say, "Where'd you get that shirt?" This is one of those interviews that's conducted media working for law enforcement. All the questions are very specific and very targeted. Hey, HJ.
didn't mess up on the ultrasound and it wasn't going to be a boy. So I'm just hoping that they're both safe, because honestly...
Wait a minute. Wait, he said his first kid with Ashley, then he said his first kid ever. Is that because somebody else was pregnant and miscarried? The only thing he's missing is the likes. I think instead of saying like, he swishes his chew around in his mouth.
With actually having so much complications with that baby right now, she could literally pop at any time.
Oh my God, did he just say this? Come on, you guys. I've got to be being punked right now. Like, I'm literally ready to do a side-by-side of the porch interview and this. They were going for a second ultrasound to make sure the first doctor didn't fuck up on the gender? Huh? Why were they so worried about the gender? And if those aren't his kids, where's those kids' dad? What's going on here?
Like, what the fuck is this? And everybody's like, what the fuck is this?
If that hasn't been like the saying of the day, what? And how do you get a second ultrasound when you have no money? Who's paying for that? Because as far as I know, Medicaid doesn't pay for ultrasounds just because you want to make sure about the fucking thing, about the gender. Medicaid could give a rat's ass if you find out the gender.
The first doctor didn't mess up on the ultrasound and it wasn't going to be a boy. So I'm just hoping that they're both safe, because honestly, with actually having so much complications with that baby right now, she could literally pop at any time.
She could literally pop at any time. Okay, I got to pause this. I can't get up and let it play because I need to hear every word.
Cooperate. Yeah.
I mean, what in the Sam hail? All right, you guys, we're going to take a brief intermission. And, right, who cares what the gender is? We're going to take a brief intermission. I'm going to go to the beginning music, the hold music. I'm going to go use the ladies' room and get a drink, and we will come back and reconvene. 2 minutes. And don't forget to donate to the Birthday Week stream goal or the Birthday Week Super Chat goal. Dance it out while we take this intermission. Thank you for letting me thank you for letting me get a drink. I was parched. This guy is stressing me the fuck out. So I want to thank the people that have donated to my birthday week, and thank you. Mike, thank you so much for your Venmo donation. And we have Dave, thank you for your Cash App donation. I appreciate you guys a lot. Sorry, they're cutting my grass. So that's if you hear that. Okay, so a lot going on here. I actually don't have to go potty because I haven't drank anything. But I wanted to thank you guys for the super chats that came in real quick. Rexy. Christina became a member. Rexy super chatted. Thank you so much, Rex. Rex has been a member for 4 months. And Pop Life became a member. Thank you so much, Pop Life. Welcome. And super chatted. Thank you. And of course, Red Stags, the Lori Stags. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Mary Pike, is that your first time here? Well, welcome, Mary. You've been right on, like you and I have been like if I could see you right now, I'd put my fingers up to my eyes and like I'm picking up what you're laying down. Okay, so we left off where he said she could literally pop at any time. I know, Mom to Kitties. He's stressing me out as well. No, I just grabbed a Coke Zero. I'm good. All right, here we go. She could literally pop at any time.
She's 32 weeks, but measuring at 34 because the baby's so big. So I'm honestly just wanting them both home, safe with all of us.
Honestly.
So we all can be a happy family again instead of stressing and worrying about her.
Oh my God. What? Wait. So we can all be a happy family again. So we don't have to stress and worry about her. So sorry that Ashley being kidnapped has stressed you out.
Like, what the fuck is this? And everybody's like, what the fuck is this?
Anything else you want people to know?
There's a lot of stuff being said on Facebook right now that I'm a suspect. I just want everybody to know out there, I am not a suspect.
Yeah, you are, motherfucker. And you know what? I just noticed. Coke Zero. I just noticed Not once has he said, I love her. I miss her. I'm worried for her. None of it. Not once. But he smiled when she mentioned Lucy. Wish I had a Charlie Brown soundbite.
Ashley with everything I had. We've been together for almost 3 years. We went to school together. We got together in school.
So he doesn't say, whoever has her, we're going to find you. Or, Ashley, if you can hear this, don't worry, honey. We're going to find you. You know, we know you don't have your medication. Stay strong. You know, try to hang in there. Da, da, da. Nothing hopeful. Not a damn thing hopeful in this entire 17 minutes. And this is this man's firstborn. And his fiance missing.
A lot of stuff being said on Facebook right now.
But when he's asked, that's what I was going to say. When he's asked, is there anything else you want people to know? Yep. I'm not a suspect. That's what he wants everybody to know. Fuck this dude. He's guilty as sin.
So we all can be a happy family again instead of stressing and worrying about her.
Anything else you want people to know?
There's a lot of stuff being on.
Did you see that big sigh? Listen to this. Watch this. Is there anything else you want people to know? And you know what he's going to say. He's going to say, I'm not a suspect. There's shit on Facebook and I'm not a suspect. But watch before he answers. You see him take a big, deep breath. He looks down. His brows are crunched up. And he takes a big breath. And then he starts to say, there's a lot of stuff on Facebook. How about we have a Find Ashley Facebook? If you could join that and spread the word, share it with your friends. Nothing. Where's the flyers, motherfucker? You're sitting there for 20 minutes lying. Why are those children with him? Exactly, Melissa B.
A suspect. I loved Ashley with everything I had.
Oh, I loved Ashley, and then he laughs? Whoa. Guys, I am shooketh. Shooketh. I guarantee you, he is being watched like a hawk. Hawk.
We're in these chat rooms, Snapchats, Instagram, Facebook. You'll never know the name. You'll never know who it is. But we are watching everywhere. So our detectives are watching all the different social media platforms. If someone writes a threat, we're coming in full force.
We will put you behind bars at the Martino Motel.
Well, if the daughter's his, she needs to be taken away and given to somebody else because this dude ain't right. Where's her mom? And he says, I loved her with, look at his eyes right there. Hang on. I got to screenshot that for the next thumbnail because I have an idea that I'm going to be covering this when he gets arrested. And you know what? I may eat my words. But you know what? I'm taking a risk here. Because if this Joker didn't do something, he needs when he dies, his brain needs to be studied. Because this is the most fucked up interview, besides Chris Watts, that I've ever seen of a missing pregnant woman's husband. Notice how the other two, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Anything else you want people to know?
There's a lot of stuff being said on Facebook right now that I'm a suspect. I just want everybody to know out there, I am not a suspect. I loved Ashley with everything I had. We've been together for almost 3 years. We went to school together. We got together in school. I moved, we separated, and now we're back. We've got a wonderful kid. I've got 2 wonderful stepkids that they don't even know what's going on with their mom yet.
Okay, those aren't his kids. So you guys have to slow down and listen to these interviews to follow these cases, because that's not his little girl. That's her kids. Those are his stepchildren, but he's not even married. They're not even married. So he's calling them stepchildren, but they're not. He thinks that he was going to have a nice little life with Lucy and all those kids.
I would never do anything to harm her at all whatsoever. I'm not that type of guy.
I'm not that type of guy. I just want her back. Stop it, Chris Watts. This is insanity.
Back. We were actually talking about getting married. I'm not that type of guy. I just want her back. We were actually talking about getting married in June after her divorce and everything was finalized, because we're just waiting on a little bit of paperwork for it to be done.
Okay, so she was getting divorced from someone. Okay, I stand corrected because I didn't go through the whole interview yet. His fiancé, he's calling these kids his stepkids, but she was getting divorced and they hadn't signed the papers. It's a ways off from being finalized then.
In June, after her divorce and everything was finalized, because we're just waiting on a little bit of paperwork for it to be done. So we all had plans. Everything was happy. We weren't fighting. We had plans to do things, and now
no one asked if they were fighting. He was talking. She said, "Do you want anything? Do you have anything else for the world to know?" And he says, "Yeah, I'm not a suspect." This is so weird.
To a halt. I just want her home.
Were you engaged?
Yeah, we're engaged. We've literally been engaged since 2 months after we got together.
Anything else you can think of?
No, honestly.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
Hopefully they will have some updates.
Nothing else? He has nothing else? Watch this.
We are also following the desperate search for...
Watch this. You want to see a doppelganger?
It wasn't like an argument. We had an emotional conversation, but I'll leave it at that.
But he says he last saw his family around 5 a.m. Monday when he left their Frederick, Colorado home for work.
If you're out there, just come back. Like, if somebody has her, just please bring her back.
Friend Nicole Utoft says she got...
I just want him back. And then you've got the friend bawling. And he's all calm. Whoa.
that, but I just want them back.
Look at that smile. Look at that smile. Weird. Okay, let's go back to Ashley Bush. Here is, okay, wait, we're not to the couple charged yet. All right, so that was the husband's interview. Now we have to go back. Okay, now we're at where they get arrested. Okay. This is, okay, wait. That interview we just watched, the title of it is Fiancé of Missing Benton County Pregnant Woman Pleads for Her Safe Return. I didn't hear him plead for shit. That's all for his satisfaction. Okay, here's a news clip from when she was missing.
We start tonight with new developments. Missing for more than 24 hours.
Yeah, tonight the fiance of a missing pregnant woman is pleading for answers. 33-year-old Ashley Boone is 31 weeks pregnant, now missing from Benton County. Investigators believe she may be with a woman she met online, hoping to help her with a new job.
All she keeps asking for is her mom.
Boone is the mother of 3, soon to be 4 children. She is now missing.
I kept telling her I didn't think she should go. Something wasn't right.
The Benton County Sheriff's Office says Boone met with a woman online who called herself Lucy.
With Ashley being pregnant, she's been having complications on this pregnancy, and the doctor took off for work.
Boone was hoping to land a new job working from home.
She started getting on her work from home mom groups to try to find help. Well, Lucy was on one of the mom groups and told her, I have a job for you.
Her fiance, Joshua Willis, told us he too had met Lucy during the first interview at a public library last Friday.
She just handed Ashley a bunch of paperwork and told her that they were going to email.
God, he kind of looks like Chris. Weird. I can't. Look at her pigtails. I literally, I'm shooketh right now.
Met Lucy during the first interview at a public library last Friday.
She just handed Ashley a bunch of paperwork and told her that they were going to email her and wait for the boss to contact her for another interview.
On Monday morning, Willis tells us he dropped his girlfriend off to go with Lucy to Bentonville for a second interview. When Willis came to pick up his girlfriend at the Handy Mart in Maysville around 3 o'clock, he saw Lucy driving an older-style tan pickup. He says she didn't stop, instead speeding off.
All I saw was her and the lady she rode with both passed me, and neither one of them stopped. The woman that she was riding with, the driver, looked right at me and kept going.
Willis says he tried catching up. The fiancé and his family quickly started searching.
All night long, calling her, texting her, everything, trying to get her to answer.
And looking into the company Lucy allegedly worked for.
Come to find out also today, the company that Ashley was supposed to work for doesn't even know the lady she was with. They are based out of New Jersey.
According to Willis, they were able to ping her phone on Tuesday. It showed to be a half-mile away.
We located her phone. It had been thrown out of the vehicle she was in.
Now the family is looking for answers.
And to whoever's got her, just please let her go. We don't have much. All we've got is our family. That's all we've got. We just want her home.
As for what happened, Willis says he's holding out hope and says he's concerned for his girlfriend's well-being.
I think, it's my opinion, I think she offered Ashley money for the baby, and Ashley turned her down.
But Willis continues to hope for the best for his girlfriend and unborn baby.
If you see her, please contact your local PD immediately to get her home safely for her kids to actually be able to hold her again.
Ashley was last seen wearing a black
What the hell?
hoodie, jeans, and black slip-on shoes. She has red hair, blue eyes. She stands 5'7", weighs 210 pounds. As we mentioned, she is 31 weeks pregnant. Now, if you have any information as to her whereabouts or any information about this at all, you're asked to call Detective Susan Matthews, 479-271-1008. Extension 3639. Benton County Sheriff's Office did post details of the missing woman on social media.
Okay, so that's the other interview you guys are talking about with the little girl. Okay, now we have a press conference. So now we're going to have to listen to this really close, but I'm not going to stop it because it'll be straight to the point. They're not going to tell us much. But here we go. Let's watch the press conference.
All right, breaking news right now. A woman, Ashley Bush.
Report something. Over my career, this is one of the most horrific cases that I have been personally involved with. This is still an active case. I'll put that out first. That we will be limited to what details that we can give because this is a fluid working case at this moment.
Okay. See, it's still an active case, and this is them announcing they found both bodies.
On October 31st, started working a case of a missing person, Ashley Bush. Some sad news to report that we have found Ashley Bush, who was murdered, in our opinion. We also have found her baby, Valkyrie Grace Willis, who's deceased as well, was found in a separate location. Won't be able to get into details of that. We do have 2 people in custody. This has been a joint case that we've been working with the FBI, Benton County Sheriff's Office, and McDonald County, Missouri Sheriff's Office. The 2 people they have in custody right now are Amber Waterman and Jamie Waterman of Jane, Missouri, who are currently being held on kidnapping first-degree charges. We expect further additional charges to come, and I'll let Nathan Smith speak on where we're going with all that.
Well, obviously, our hearts and prayers go out to Ashley's family, and it's a terrible thing. We have been in touch with multiple jurisdictions. It's clear in this case that there are multiple venues, if you will, that would have jurisdiction for the prosecution of this case. I've spoken to our U.S. attorney and going to have conversations going forward with our federal partners to determine which venue is proper to proceed. The investigation still is ongoing. There are some things that we don't know now, and then there are some things that we can't say at the moment since it's ongoing. But at this point, both of these individuals are in custody. I believe their federal charges relate to kidnapping that led to murder. And so there will be certainly overlapping charges as this case goes forward. And so that's kind of where that is. So at this point, if you guys have questions, we'll be happy to answer them.
What's the relationship of Amber and Jamie Waterman?
So at this point, what we believe is that are they husband and wife?
Yes.
Yeah, they're husband and wife.
And do we believe that Amy was the woman that was called Lucy?
Yes, we believe that Lucy was a fictitious name, an invented persona, and that Amber was the real person.
What was the name of the baby again?
The baby's name was Valkyrie Grace Willis.
Valkyrie Grace Willis?
Yes, sir.
And can you go into more detail about where they were found? How far from that handy stop in Maysville?
Well, at this point, the bodies were recovered in the state of Missouri, and so I won't go any further than that. But
okay, so Valkyrie is also a movie. It's spelled Valkyrie, and Valkyrie the movie is set in Nazi Germany during World War II. And then also, Valkyrie means chooser of the slain in Norse mythology. Any of a group of maidens who served the god Odin and were sent by him to the battlefields to choose the slain who were worthy of a place in Valhalla. So a female Valkyrie is depicted as a warrior woman on horseback, a wolf or boar, and armed with a spear, who decides the fate of warriors in battle and carries the dead to Odin's Valhalla. Right. Why is he bringing up selling the baby? Oh, Haley. Man, I don't know. Yeah, chooser of the slain. That is a little odd. Valkyries are usually depicted as beautiful maidens riding on horses through the skies over the battlefield. A Valkyrie's weakness is wind and electric elements. I don't know. Random fun facts, I guess.
They were recovered in Missouri.
We have heard rumors that the Watermans were trying to adopt. They were struggling to have a child. Is that something that you guys can confirm?
I don't know that.
I do not know that at this point.
I guess talk about, and I know you guys posted like they met online. How to talk about the nature of how these two met in the relationship, Ashley and the Watermans.
Well, I think that's going to be an ongoing issue. I've certainly, heard things reported on that. Facts are still developing at this point. Interviews are still being done. So I can't say more beyond that. Then they did meet online. I believe that's already been reported, that they did meet that way. And so that's all I know at this point.
What time and date were the bodies found?
I don't have exact times. They were. I can't give you that information right now to be exact on it. I believe 2 separate days they were found, one yesterday and one today, and I can't really get into details on that at this point.
Can you say was Ashley found today and the baby found yesterday? Can you tell us which were found what days?
Baby was found yesterday and Miss Bush was found today.
How close were they to each other in proximity?
I don't think we want to get into that. I think that's going to be an investigative detail that's going to become important later.
Can you say whether they cut the baby out or?
We don't want to get into that at this point for investigative reasons. It's still ongoing, and so facts have to be developed. But clearly the baby was not found with the mother.
Do you know what was used to kill both Ashley and the baby?
At this point, what I can say for the mother is we believe at this point investigation leads us to believe that it was a gunshot wound.
Yes.
And so I think beyond that, that's all we can say now.
There's autopsies that will be conducted and there'll be official reports on that at some point. But like the prosecutor said, we believe the manner of death certainly is probably going to be gun related.
Nathan, do you think that each of the 2 suspects should be charged with 2 counts of murder?
Yeah, well, in Arkansas, if you kill a pregnant woman, then you can be charged with 2 counts of murder. So certainly in the state of Arkansas, I would charge them with 2 counts of homicide. Now, that's all going to have to be worked out jurisdictionally. And it could be, the fact could be that multiple different jurisdictions can bring charges in this case. So if the facts develop as in a way that justifies bringing charges here in Benton County, we would charge in that fact pattern for 2 murders, because you can in the state of Arkansas do that.
Was there any evidence, can you all say, that there was an effort to keep the baby alive?
I don't know that. I don't know those details.
So why is Jamie being charged? I know Amber is the one that the fiancé has talked about. Why is Jamie being charged?
Well, at this point, law enforcement have reason to believe that both of them were involved in this crime. And obviously, as the facts play out and the investigation continues, we'll know the extent of that involvement for both of them. But evidence is at this point that there was reason to hold both of them for charges.
When will they be in court?
I'm not sure in federal court in Missouri when they will appear, but I'm sure that will be relatively soon. They'll have to make a bond decision soon.
So they're in Montgomery County Jail?
Yes.
Do you know if they died in Arkansas or in Missouri?
We're still determining that. I think the investigation will lead us there. That's obviously going to be a very important detail in how the case gets charged. At this point, we know that the bodies were found in the state of Missouri, The investigation will help us know exactly where the deaths occurred.
And when do you, the jurisdictional issues, when do you expect that to be worked out?
Well, I know.
Okay, so I have a thought. Mike, I'm with you. So Mike said, why Valkyrie and so set on not being a boy? Now it makes sense to me if he wanted the name for a girl. Seems weird or something more to this name thing. I think it's weird that he mentioned selling and that this couple, the reporter just asked, it was rumored they were trying to adopt. He mentioned selling and then double checking with the ultrasound. Did Ashley change her mind? When he says job interview, is this something that he wanted her to go through with? I mean, he's donating plasma for money and says, I can't work. Someone's buying that dip in his mouth because I know that shit ain't cheap.
In conversations I've had today, I expect to have phone calls and visit with federal prosecutors in both Arkansas and Missouri in the next several days. And so that may not be a decision we make in.
What happened?
All right, we are having some trouble getting the rest of that news conference.
Oh, well, that's just wonderful. Thanks, guys. Oh, now we're back. This is the woman, Amber.
The bodies of both were found.
That's Waterman.
Social media and the job interview or so. Is there anything that you guys can confirm about the fiancé story?
Yeah, so basically what I know now, based on the information that we know now, I think that is accurate, that it was a meeting online and that it was a job interview that Ashley believed that she was going to. I can confirm that's what the evidence tells us now. Now, what's important to remember is that this is still early, right? We have an obligation to tell the public what we know at this point so they can know that you know, we have unfortunately found them and they were murdered. Based on the evidence we know now, but it is ongoing, and so facts can change, or our understanding of what the facts are can change.
See, facts can change, or our understanding on the facts can change.
On the investigation, but as I stand here now, I believe that's accurate, that she did believe that she was going to meet someone for help with a job interview.
And has there been any, what happened, because I know she was dropped off for the interview in the morning and she was, seen in the afternoon, any evidence of...
Is it possible husband set this up and Ashley had no idea? I don't think a woman that's going to wear a tank top that says baby with an arrow pointing to it had plans of selling her child.
What might have happened in between those hours?
I don't know.
We're still sorting through that. We have a lot of facts and information. So it will take us a little while to figure out exactly what happened and where.
And I should also point out, too, saying that people have been arrested for a crime, I also have to point out that they are innocent until proven guilty. So an arrest is not proof of guilt. That will be weighed out in a court of law.
Do you know if there was a struggle?
I don't.
What would you like to tell people who, like this could happen to anyone?
Yeah.
And you can trust people, but at the end of the day, things happen.
Like what Nathan was saying, there's evil in our world, and this is a safe place to live, but that doesn't mean evil can't happen here. You should always be vigilant and make sure that you're taking care of your loved ones and yourself, and meeting strangers that you've met online at any aspect is dangerous in itself when you don't know who they are. So we just advise people to be very cautious on people you don't know, regardless of what you're meeting them for.
We appreciate everybody coming out. I know that there's a lot of questions that everybody has, and hopefully there'll be more information to share in the near future. But feel free to ask questions at a later date. If we do get more information that we can share, certainly we will. But thank you for coming out.
All right, again, that's the news conference wrapping up with
Okay, so definitely they did not say we don't think anybody else is involved. They're not saying that at all. It's still active, ongoing. There's a lot of information and everything can change. Those were what I gathered from this. So here is a news clip on the actual couple, the Watermans.
Breaking now, new details just came into the newsroom. We now know the details into what happened when pregnant Ashley Bush was taken from Benton County. As we have reported, she and her baby were both found dead, but in different locations in Missouri.
Okay, so can I just say, where they took in her dress is not a good spot.
We want to warn you, some of these details, they may be hard to hear. These reports are brand new. They just came in the last hour. 5 News reporter Catherine Gilker has been looking into this for the last hour and joins us from the newsroom. Catherine, what new details do you have to share?
According to these reports I just received a little over an hour ago, we now know the Watermans admitted details of the kidnapping and murder to their husband. According to their arrest report, the U.S. attorney says Amber Waterman kidnapped and held Bush for the purpose of claiming Bush's child as her own. Amber Waterman has officially been charged with kidnapping resulting in death, and her husband, Jamie Waterman, with accessory after the fact to kidnapping resulting in death. They say these actions resulted in Bush's death. Let's break down what the report shows. After learning of the possible abduction on Monday and getting the details from her fiancé about the possible work-from-home job interview with a woman named Lucy, detectives were able to find a Facebook account for Lucy. On that account, a public post about baby items available for a mom in need. Detectives believe this is how the two first connected. Detectives, after finding the phone, which was located in a ditch, were able to use Facebook and T-Mobile to identify an IP address and see where Google Maps shows Amber Waterman traveled to Maysville and their home in Pineville. Detectives from Benton County and McDonald County went to the Watermans' home on Tuesday, and the Watermans let them search their property. They noticed a truck matching the description with blood stains inside the truck. Amber Waterman told detectives she was home all day Monday when later in the afternoon she went into labor and they called 911 and drove to meet the ambulance at a store in McDonald County. She told them she delivered a stillborn child that evening. They asked to see her phone and she stated she lost it. They asked if she knew Bush and she said no. On Monday, the day Ashley went missing, Jamie Waterman told detectives when he came home for lunch at noon, the truck was gone and no one was home. At 4:30, he got a call from his wife saying she was having a miscarriage. He came home and drove the two and their children to a store to meet the ambulance. Yesterday, a search warrant was served at the Waterman's home. At the same time of the search warrant, detectives also interviewed the husband at his work. He said on Monday he found blood inside their truck and he assumed it came from his wife during her miscarriage. Jamie told detectives his wife cleaned the blood from the truck and burned the rags afterwards. He told them once detectives left his home on Tuesday, his wife told him she killed Ashley and then changed her story saying Lucy killed her. But not long after, she led her husband to Bush's body laying next to the house, rolled in a tarp. They then moved her body to a burn pile, poured on gasoline, and burned her. Then the couple transported her body in Jamie's truck to an area not far from their house. Yesterday is when Jamie led detectives to her body, where they had left not far from their home. What the report did not tell us is when and how Ashley gave birth to the infant before she was killed. The range of punishment for Amber Waterman, if found guilty, is the death penalty or life in prison.
Damn.
As for Jamie Waterman, he faces up to 15 years in prison and a hefty fine. We are working to get the full arrest report on our website at 5newsonline.com. You can find it there. We will have much.
Okay. Woo! There's a lot going on here. Okay, so the couple was charged. The woman could face the death penalty. Now, here's another report. And Mary, it's so funny that you come in here today because I was making those, like I said, I was making sound bites before I started the live, and this was one of them. And I was hoping that I would get a Mary sooner or later, and you came in today.
Mary, why you
I've always wanted a Mary to play that for.
Mary, why you bugging?
And you know what? I did it twice just in case you don't ever come back and I never get another Mary. All right, here is another report, and this
mother was with.
Hold on. This has some attorney talk.
And as we've reported, the U.S. attorney believes Amber Waterman took Bush in efforts to keep her unborn baby as her own. The McDonald County coroner telling us today, the same day the couple moved the body of Bush, they held a funeral service for the child. 5 News reporter Rachel Williams met with the coroner today. She joins us to tell us the details and the timeline of this case. Rachel.
The McDonald County coroner says 33-year-old Ashley Bush's baby was cut out of her body Monday night, the same day she went missing in Benton County.
My whole adult life has been centered around death.
Coroner William Goodwin is the coroner for McDonald County in Missouri, about 30 miles from Benton County.
But never seen so much wickedness and evil. And that's the only way to describe it.
Goodwin was first called on Monday to a report of a stillborn baby at a Longview, Missouri convenience store.
She did have the placenta in her pants and handed it over and along with the baby to the paramedics. She wanted to transport, they were insistent that she.
He says on Monday, after kidnapping and allegedly killing the pregnant mother from Benton County, Amber Waterman pretended she was in labor, calling 911. Amber and her husband, Jamie Waterman, met EMTs at a local convenience store in McDonald County. EMTs were unable to save the baby's life. The baby was taken to a local funeral home, but as for Amber?
Refused all medical treatment. She did not want paramedics to examine her.
Coroner Goodwin said the very next day, the couple came to a local funeral home, which Coroner Goodwin owns. The couple spoke to him about cremating the baby and scheduled a funeral, even having a name picked out.
The baby was perfect. Beautiful little girl.
The arrest record says on Wednesday, Amber admitted to her husband, Jamie, that she killed Bush. The couple then allegedly burned her dead body and moved it off the property. According to Coroner Goodwin, that's the same day they had a funeral for the baby.
6 or 8. Yeah.
I know. Why does he look like what? This is like the weirdest thing. Yeah, Melmac, another placenta in the pants, just like Taylor Parker. Which I've got to do an update on Taylor Parker because her penalty phase is, I think, still going on. There's been some crazy shit that came out in that.
And Amber's mother was with her, and she was completely in the dark. She didn't know. She kept asking why, there was going to be an autopsy and things like that. She couldn't understand why.
Goodwin says they moved Ashley's body, cleaned themselves up, and showed up at the funeral home that same afternoon for the service.
I was first notified Wednesday morning.
They went to the funeral? Wait. This couple went to the funeral? I'm confused as hell. Hang on, I've got to go back. I got to stop reading chat. I get confused.
And she was completely in the dark. She didn't know. She kept asking why, there was going to be an autopsy and things like that. She couldn't understand why.
Goodwin says they moved Ashley's body, cleaned themselves up, and showed up at the funeral home that same afternoon for the service.
I was first notified Wednesday morning by the Benton County coroner, Daniel Oxford, that there might be something to this, some things pertaining to this child, and was wanting to take custody of the infant to do an autopsy.
It's after the funeral when Coroner Goodwin started to realize this may not be what it seems. After the service, the Benton County coroner was there to meet with the couple. Coroner Goodwin told them he was there to take custody of the baby in order to do an autopsy.
So nothing seemed out out of the ordinary.
Bye, Angie.
She wanted to know why they were doing an autopsy.
For Goodwin, he says her reaction was a red flag.
But then the tears kind of dried up, and her next question was, will there be DNA testing? And Daniel and I both looked at one another, and we knew that we had her at this point.
Okay, so the couple went to do a funeral for the baby, saying it was their baby and that she delivered this stillborn baby. So that's why they weren't found in the same spot, right? But how did it go from the funeral home to being found somewhere? I'm confused. How did they go from a funeral home to being found somewhere? Nocturnity, are you serious? This is a lot. Oh my God, I gotta mute. Hold on. But how did the baby get from the funeral home to where they found it? That's what I'm not understanding. Hey, potatoes. Well, they were saying it was their baby and it was born stillborn, but they found it at the funeral home? Okay, let's keep listening. Maybe he'll tell us. Who went to the funeral? I don't understand, because why would the victim's family go to the funeral and not think something's up when their pregnant family member's missing and this chick is having a stillborn?
There was something definitely wrong.
The McDonald County coroner says Ashley's body will be sent for an autopsy in Springfield, Missouri on Monday morning. Rachel Williams, 5 News.
All right, Rachel, we know that Waterman is charged with 1 count of kidnapping resulting in death, and Jamie Waterman has been charged with 1 count of being an accessory after the fact to kidnapping resulting in death. Federal criminal complaint alleges that he helped Amber after the kidnapping and murder.
So we're continuing to learn and follow new information about the death of Ashley Bush and her baby.
Yeah, the McDonald County Sheriff Rob Evanson confirming Bush's baby died on Monday, and in a shocking turn of events, here's what they say happened. Deputies say they got a call Monday night about a newborn baby not breathing. EMS stopped the suspects who you see here, husband and wife Amber and Jamie Waterman. They say they were on their way to the hospital. They tried to revive that infant, but the child died. Now, the sheriff said Amber claimed that baby they had was hers.
5 News reporter Tiffany Lee has been following this story all morning long. She joins
Oh my God. I was muted because my stupid dog barked. Sorry. I didn't mean to call her stupid. I was muted because she was barking. Sorry. Fuck, I don't even know what I said. But this is from today, okay? But why would, Melissa, why would they go to a funeral home, Melissa Boyle?
Ashley Bush leaves behind 3 children, her fiancé, and many grieving family and friends. Today, 5 News reporter Jose Carranza spoke with them about how they're coming together to remember.
I think this is the same guy that followed the Taylor Parker case, the same reporter.
Our family would camp out at the lake the whole summer, and then in the winters, we would go four-wheeling in the woods or sand dunes or whatever. So we
Thank you, Miss Renee.
Always together.
Lainey Blackburn remembers growing up with her cousin, Ashley Bush. Blackburn says Bush could be loud and bossy, but it's just a part of what her family is missing about her.
They're doing about as okay as you can be in their situation. They're devastated. It doesn't make it any better that a lot of the details that continue to come out, they're also learning that with all the rest of us. They are learning a lot of things from the news.
Blackburn now wondering what could have been as a mother herself of a 3-month-old.
Just a few months ago, I was in her condition. I was pregnant as well. So I think it hits home a little harder because, you know, I go home and rock my baby and just think about how she should be here doing the same.
Blackburn says within all this chaos, some good has shown itself.
The outpour of love and support that they have received, it's what's getting them through this. And even though evil is in the midst of all of this, the love and support, the good outweighs the evil.
Ultimately leaving the family with memories and a legacy.
Over the years, she
Who is
grew
this?
to be a lot more quiet and gentle. She was a very kind person, very soft-spoken and lighthearted. She leaves a very kind and gentle legacy behind in her children. You can tell how doting and caring she was by the way her children behave and who they are.
In Farmington, covering news where you live, Jose Carranza, 5 News.
I missed that part too, Melissa. Thank you for clearing that up. So they went to go plan a funeral for a stillborn. And they said they were going to do an autopsy. The coroner was like, no, we're doing an autopsy. Are those the pics they chose for Ashley? What do you mean? These ones? Wait, what? What are you talking about? This isn't the wrong story. No. This is Family Remembers Ashley Bush. This is 8 hours ago. It says a few days after the passing of Ashley Bush and her 31-week-old baby, her family has remembered who she was and what she leaves behind. Take a dead baby home from where, though? They walked into a funeral home with a dead baby? No, it's the same. It was her cousin. She said she remembers growing up with her cousin Ashley. Blackburn says she could be loud and bossy, but it's part of what her family is missing about her. And Julie Boone, Ashley's sister, says that due to the family's current emotional state, they designated Blackburn as the family spokesperson to continue to get out what type of person Ashley was. This is only 8 hours ago, so this is today. So that gets us up to speed, I guess, as of today. I'm going to end this now, but I think that I'm going to try to find That was Ashley when she was a little kid. Oh, yes, and she stopped crying, and her tears, dried up, he said. Maybe Jean. Hi, Jean Panic. I think there's a lot that's going to unravel in this story still. I think that we still have a lot to go. They took the baby to the hospital, and the hospital sent them to the funeral home? That is weird. But the hospital never, checked to see if this woman was okay, to check her out. That's what they did to Taylor Parker. Taylor Parker, they were like, no, this chick didn't have a baby. I know she was refusing, but the coroner from the hospital owned the funeral home? Dupers delight and get donations. Weird. And I don't feel like we're ruining that guy's life. We're simply just discussing. I mean, the statistics say it's someone close to you. Okay, hang on. I want to see if that's the same guy with the Taylor Parker case. Oh, I don't think it is. That's KTAL.
It was another difficult courthouse with more. Donald.
Is that the same guy? No, that's Donald. He sounds the same. Watch.
Good evening, Alex. Reagan Hancock was brutally slashed, stabbed, and beaten, but evidence shown to the jury today showed she fought hard for her life. Some family members had to leave the courtroom before crime scene investigators and the medical examiner detailed evidence of a bloody, violent, and extended attack on the morning of the murders. Hancock's injuries were extensive, and she had numerous defensive wounds on her hands and wrists. The medical
And they have not said that anyone has been ruled out. Or
Well, Ashley Bush leaves behind 3 children, her fiancé, and many grieving family and friends.
I think it's just the reporter talk. Many people leaving behind her grieving family and friends. Yes, Mel Mac. Absolutely. His life is already ruined, Tim Green. Yeah, this is this really, really disturbing case, you guys. We're definitely going to keep our eye on this, and I want to thank you guys for donating to the Birthday Week Super Chat goal and the Birthday Week Stream goal. I will update the stream goal. The stream goal is everything but Super Chat, and then the Super Chat is Super Chats. So I will update that after the live, and I want to thank all the members, too. We got a few members today. Mrs. Renee M., I want to thank you. And Rexy, again, I want to thank you for your Super Chat. So we will keep an eye on this. I think the probable cause affidavit is out and stuff, so I'll see if I can get the documents and we can read through those documents and try to get some more details. But in the meantime, we will keep our eyes on this story and other stories. And in between my live streams, if you could please check out my shorts. I do update on a lot of things that happen. I'm always looking for breaking things and new things. So make sure that you check out my shorts. And I guess that is it. Give this video a thumbs up before you leave and enjoy your Monday evening. And I will see you on Tuesday. Everyone, dance it out.
Mary, Mary,
why you bugging?
You in your pride.
Oh, thanks for announcing your departure, Paula. Have a good one.
I don't give a damn. I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I have heard enough. You wanna be with me. You wanna feel something real, but I'm feeling differently.